all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
The Bossman Show. We're here with the coach of the Alcorn State Braves, Coach Fred McNair. Coach, how things over there in Mississippi, man? I know it's real hot down there.
Man, it's kind of warm out here, man. Just wish we had air conditioning outside, during the course of practice. But it's been good, man. The weather's been good for us. Have to change some schedule time, due to the heat index here in Mississippi, man. That Mississippi humidity, man, it ain't no joke, So it's been good. The kids are learning to adapt and make some adjustments. So during the course of the day, practice time wise, but it's been good so far.
Now, Coach, you head into year 4 leading the Braves. What do you feel like has been your biggest accomplishment since you took over this program in 2016?
The biggest thing is, man, just being consistent in what we do here at Alcorn, man. It's very rare you find a team to win 5 East Division titles in a row, but just being consistent and getting the kids to play hard is one thing, and having a good coaching staff. A big part for me. These coaches here have been my backbone, man. They work hard and they're very loyal to me and this program here, man. So and they just dedicated. The players come out and work hard and dedicate themselves to being a student, going to class, and after that, being a football player. It's a lot of stuff they got going on, so it takes a lot of leadership to build this team the way we built it over the last few years.
And Coach, speaking of consistency, you mentioned, Coach. I mean, last year you had 9-win season last year. Made it to the Celebration Bowl here in Atlanta. So coming off that season that you had success last year, what did you and your staff prioritize this offseason to kind of say, hey, we got to get better as you self-scouted yourself and try to find ways to improve coming into 2019 season here, starting here real soon?
Just across the board, we evaluate at the end of the year, and first we have to, find players that want to be here at Alcorn. We lost a lot in our senior class this past year. Going out and recruit the players that want to be here. Find out what we need as far as depth-wise and position. Those things that we have to do as a staff kind of helps us out to make this team better. It's in any way we can, as far as recruiting and finding the marketing guys to come in and play. But the overall thing is that, just getting these guys to buy into your system and get them to do the things that you're teaching, and just like I said, being dedicated to what you do.
Exactly, Coach. And as you prepare for the season in the spring and the summer here now as fall camp began, who are some guys who you really like to highlight that really has shown great, vast improvement this year over this offseason to get to actually contribute on the field in every phase of the game for you guys this coming season?
Our secondary was pretty much was a veteran secondary last year. Had some older guys in some spots, and just seeing these guys that's one-year players, in the secondary now, I think that's one of the spots that we really talked about the biggest improvement that we need to grow quickly. We lost some good guys on that side of the ball and linebacker positions, and but we're doing all the right things to cover those holes up that we need to for us position-wise, and offensively, we got some things that we have to do over there as well. We got some spots we have to fill and grow depth. So that's the biggest thing that we're trying to do as a coaching staff. Make sure we got enough guys to go out and play in those positions, whether it's 2 deep or 3 deep. Because the first part of the year is going to be a hot one. We're going to need some guys to come in and play right away.
You got that right, Coach. And looking at your schedule outside of the SWAC games, you got those games at Hattiesburg and Southern Miss down there. You got a Mississippi College, you playing them, a trip to McNair State. Also, homecoming, you got Savannah State outside of your SWAC game. So, like you said, it's that first part of the year is going to be very warm. You got to make it humid. I make sure that you're hydrated very well. You're in the right shape. You got the right wind to be able to sustain a 4-quarter game. I mean, you ain't done that in over almost 8 months there.
Well, of course, you want to try to win them all. But the biggest thing, the first 3 ball games, kind of feel where you're at. You're playing Southern Miss first, and kind of get an idea of what you got and what kind of depth you're going to need, and going into your SWAC season, So you got them, and you come back and play Mississippi College for the second ball game. Just kind of feel and see where you're at there. And then you got McNair State down in Lake Charles. So, just give us an opportunity to play a lot of guys and kind of feel our way through before we get into the SWAC season. So it's going to happen fast, So we have a short time to get ready, less than 2 weeks away from the Southern Miss ball game, right at 2 weeks. But, we're going to find the right chemistry and the right nucleus that put together on all 3 phases of the game. Special team plays a big role in it. We just got to find some guys to be able to play special team as well, and those guys, some of the guys is pretty much going to be some of your starters on offense and defense too as well. So that kind of stuff, you just got to find depth and in the right spots and plugging in people to just play special teams as well.
And Coach, you kind of mentioned about going out and finding the right guys earlier in the conversation about the ones to be at Alcorn. So how do you go about marketing a program to keep talented young men, let's say Mississippi, to say, hey, let's go to Alcorn and build something good there? They win. They're always competing in the SWAC conference each year. So how do you go about marketing that to guys, get guys to stay home and come play at Alcorn and get a chance to play and win? Because it don't matter if you're FCS or FBS. If you put out there on good tape, you will be found and seen by a pro scout.
Oh, ain't no doubt. And, Alcorn has been a good tradition as far as putting players into the NFL, back in the days. And, we've been we've been lucky enough to have a lot of guys that come from the SWAC period that go to the NFL and play. You know, we got one now that's in there at the Baltimore Ravens, the Lance Turner. And, you know, he got there by way of special teams. And now he's got a chance to be part of the running back nucleus for the Ravens. And we got a guy up in Indianapolis now, Sterling Shippey, with the Colts. So, you know, those guys is pretty solid, man. They just need opportunity. You know, they take advantage of it and they go from there. You know, but just selling this program, you know, I think that we as a coaching staff, we go out and find the guys that want to be at Alcorn. You have to want to be here to come here and play. And the next thing, we're always trying to find out the right characters, the right character players. You know, you just can't come here and be one of those guys that just want to just play football. You got to want to get an education as well. So we factor that all into what we do as recruiting and selling this program the best way we can, because here in Mississippi, we very seldom get a lot of Mississippi kids to come here to Alcorn, because if they're qualifiers, if they're better than that, you know, the big schools chew them up, you know. So we left with so much more than the crumbs of the cookie jar. So we have to do what we can with the old guys, and which, you know, they love to come here, man, and they play well when they get here. So we're taking advantage of every opportunity as coaches to get those kind of players, those tier 3 star players. We may find a 4-star player that want to be here, and I think we've been doing a great job in recruiting to get those kind of players here at Alcorn State. So pretty much lucky to be in the position that we're in. Got a winning tradition, and that's what people want. Players want to win. They're not going to get it where they can't win. You know, they want to see what the program is doing. So by that, just selling the program, and I think that's one of the things that we can sell the program on is championships. You know, 3 SWAC championships in 5 years, 5 straight East Division titles. You know, that says a lot about what you're doing with your program, and that makes players want to be here.
And, Coach, how much pride do you have coaching at the HBCU school? I went to Tennessee State University off there. I went to TSU. So I know what that experience being at HBCU that Tennessee State gave me as a young man. So being able to build men, build black fathers, black husbands, black businessmen, black entrepreneurs, how much pride you take in knowing that you get to mold these young men's lives, have a lasting effect on them for years to come?
That's the biggest thing that I take pride in, and I love Alcorn State University. You know, they gave me an opportunity to further my education and play football here as well. So, you know, I take a lot of pride in my school, and you know, that's one thing I try to instill in these young men. You know, you don't have the luxury of having the things that the bigger school have, but you have what you have, and you take advantage of it. Take pride in what you have. You know, just being mentors and role models for these young men and trying to grow them the way we've been growing these young men, I think is big for us as coaches. Get a chance to lead these guys and guide these young men. You know, a lot of times you get kids that really don't have a father figure. You know, and that's what we play. That's what we play our role as. You know, and just try to grow these young men and get them to do the right thing on campus and the right things in the classroom, and because they're gonna leave here one day. They're not gonna leave here going to the NFL. They're gonna leave going to a workforce somewhere. You know, they got to go to work. So just being able to mentor them and talk to them about life lessons as coaches, that's what we take a lot of pride in too, because every guy need a role model. And I think that what we do here at Alcorn, other than being great coaches and doing the things that we do as a staff, is one thing that we present to these young men. We're going to give you the opportunity to be somebody. And I think that we take a lot of pride in that.
And I think, Coach, also HBCU schools give a young man a chance to get a taste of the real world and get taught people who are for them and who know their experience. You know, not taking them away from those Power 5 schools or a non-black school, but being an HBCU school, you get that experience. You get people who know you, who know your walk already, and can help guide you and steer you and give you that little bit of a boost to say, hey, let's do it this way, not that, because it'll help you down the road going forward.
Yeah, of course. You know, just being from HBCU schools, you already got a knock on you. So I tell the kids all the time. I said, look back into the last couple NFL drafts and count on one hand how many players from HBCU schools have been drafted. So we got to take advantage of every opportunity we have. We got to do everything the right way. We got to walk a straight line. And I got to tell the guys all the time, you got to be very special with the NFL shield now. You got to do everything right. You can't have any baggage and things of that nature. So they understand that. Just when you start talking to them about it, and a lot of kids say, well, Coach, we didn't know that, I can't teach you how to run a 4.2. I can't teach you. You come out and run a 4.2 forward, I don't care if you can catch or not. That's going to capture NFL scout eyes, I promise you. So you have a shot then. You come out, you can have the best hands in the world. You run a 4.7 speed, and that's not going to get it. So we have to do everything the right way and make sure we walk in a straight line. But I can tell you, all the kids these days, if I had to do it all over again, I'd be right back here at Alcorn at HBCU school. So this is a great university, great institution, great leadership here. So I think that by that line, it says a lot about what we have to do to make ourselves better, coming from HBCU school.
Yes, indeed. Coach McNair, it's been good to talk to you today, sir. Talking to you from a fan of your brother Steve's, man. I loved him definitely in Tennessee when I was there as well, Coach. And I wish you best luck this year. Hope you guys win that swag title again, get to come see us in Atlanta against Celebration Bowl, and hope I get to shake your hand in person, Coach, as well.
That's our ultimate goal, man. Go Braves.
Yes, indeed, folks. It's Fred McNair here on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.